sense.
So Reese, we know I ran into the deer, right? Well, I'll tell the story on live. As nobody's in here right now, but they can watch it on the replay. So I was walking to the store. I usually walk every couple days just to stay active. And I just got finished walking, and we are hot now, getting jazz from work. And hi, Jesse. If you can see the little turtle poking her head out, that's Jessie, the vandal.
Yeah, very much a vandal.
So I was walking, and we have a huge dog named Percy. If you follow my Instagram or Facebook, you probably have seen him. He's a huge shepherd. And I thought he was running towards me from our house in the park, and it wasn't Percy. It was a huge deer. And the deer ran right up to me, and I could have touched it if I wanted to, but I'm good. And it did not walk away. I had to walk around the deer, and it was so weird because deer usually fear people, and this one had no fear at all. And Jazz, this is not the first deer we've approached this way.
I mean, yeah, but we also live in Ohio, in North Olmsted, which once was a rural area, which now isn't a rural area. So there's just really random patches of like legit just trees and grass, and then it'll be like a house. Like there's like a little bitty school right up.
I mean,
the
we have a
street
pocket
from
of
here.
trees right behind our house.
Right,
so
like that's what I'm
like,
saying. Like it's like house, a little bit yard, trees, stuff like a mile, and then like more houses.
We can go
And it's just like repetitive type deal. So like I'm pretty sure all the deer around here have gotten used to humans in general. So it's like if you walk around here at like nighttime or like later on in the day, there's just gonna be deers around, and you know, unlike what you see on TV or something, they won't run the other way. They'll just stare at you like you ain't my way, and you just keep like it's a daily occurrence. Like we've walked several times at night because I work a lot at night, and there'll be deer, and I'm just like, yo, these deer aren't leaving. We gotta. What are we gonna do? And we just end up crossing the street. Like they don't care that we're there. It's their land as much as it is ours. So we'll move.
I mean, it really is their world, and we're just in it to tell the truth.
Yeah, we're just kind of there.
I don't know if I can get everybody.
Why don't you turn your phone sideways?
Still people.
Nah, it's got us all.
It's fine. There's two.
So
it's kind of ironic.
Let me get my notes, guys. I'm sorry. So while we are waiting on people to come in, tell me about your day. How was it?
It was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I didn't wake up till like noon, which is a pretty like normal occurrence-ish.
Well, we had a busy day yesterday.
But we did do a lot yesterday and today, I want to say.
And Sunday, too. We completed our Tokay enclosure. We moved some things around.
Hello. I can't see
Hey,
anything.
son. So tonight we're talking about what our favorite pets are, what you need to know basically to bring a pet home. I don't think it's something that's thought about when people purchase pets, because a lot of people purchase pets very on the spur of the moment.
Son is that?
That's Robert.
What's up, little dude?
I mean, I didn't mean to say his government name, but
I mean,
whatever.
We had
Whatever,
to figure out
Reese.
who it was.
Hey, little man.
But I have a list of things. It's not a rule list that can't be broken. These are just things that I go by when an animal comes in here that I think everybody should go by.
And we're not talking like cats and
No, I'm talking
dogs. We're talking about like a whole group, like pets in general.
Yes, we're talking about cats, turtles, reptiles, dogs, ferrets, everything. Everything we're talking about has basic needs.
Like if you walk into like PetSmart or Pet Supplies Plus, and you're like, oh, look at that gecko, or oh, look at this puppy, and you're like, I'm gonna buy this puppy.
Don't just stop right there.
Everything on this list.
There are things that you need to do before you bring your animal home, and the first thing is locking down where you're going to keep that animal. Even if you get a pet dog, you have to know where you're going to keep that animal, especially if it's a puppy. You have to get rid of cords that are hanging. Cats too. You have to get rid of places that they can run behind. You have to get rid of rooms that you don't want them in. There is a list of things, especially animals that are going to run free. That's the first thing. Second thing, you have to think about food. What are you going to feed that animal? With geckos, you can't just feed them one thing. You can't just feed them one bug and think that it will be okay. They eat a variety of bugs in the wild. If you feed them one bug, they will develop problems. We have a problem with a gecko like that. But you have to lock down where they'll stay. That's number 2. Enclosure, room, kennel, etc.
A developed space specifically for that said animal.
And then when it comes to animals like these, my turtles that are harassing, they can see them.
Yeah.
The turtles that are harassing me right now, you have to have a space for them to go when you clean the tank out, especially if they are aggressive. Mine aren't. They kind of let me clean the tank seamlessly. But when it comes to like the frogs or the geckos, I take them out the tank and I clean them. Like, they have to go on something else. So you have to have a plan for that. 2 is two.
Yeah.
Also, there is the utensils that you need. I have jars of utensils for animals and animal situations. You cannot have enough pairs of tongs if you have lizards, because you will misplace them. I'm still finding tweezers that I had when I moved here a year and a half ago.
Right, because those aren't even the ones you came here with. Those are the ones that we bought when I bought.
No, I got these later. We have some other ones. We got a lot of, we have a lot of tongs and tweezers, and we don't hand feed animals here. You don't want to really hand feed your lizards because they associate your hands with food.
Not just lizards, because like we also have snakes. I have 2 snakes, and
well, you definitely don't want.
You're not supposed to hand feed
the
snakes. I mean, some people will do that. Like, oh, I've owned this snake for forever. I'm not going to do that. That just too many things can go wrong with that in general, and and any type of animal that's going to lunge towards their food, you should not just outwardly hand them their food. So, we have several pairs of tongs for several different animals, and we're probably going to keep buying them. I know I'm going to have to get more for the snakes because they're getting pretty big now. At least one of them is.
Another big and important thing that I think gets neglected when it comes to animals is enrichment. All our animals are enriched to the fullest. We, even if it's, interacting with your turtles or, taking them out and letting them walk around and experience something different, enrichment helps your animal become full. It's like a dog with a ball, like they need that ball. My dog has to have a ball or a bottle or something to chew on or have in his mouth. It enriches him. It comforts him. So enrichment.
It also helps bond with your animal too.
Yeah, definitely. With the geckos, the only enrichment we give them is the food we give them.
Or at least how we give
and
it to
how
them.
we interact with them too.
Yeah.
And lastly, is it an abundance of patience.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta have a lot of patience.
I preach to them the most about patience because without it, having an animal will drive you crazy.
Yeah.
That's an issue with a lot of people that own animals in general too. They see these animals on the internet, and then they think that that's just how the animal is going to be when they get them, and that's why a lot of animals end up getting released in the wild because they think they can't take care of it after, because they expect something from it the moment they get it.
A very fair point, Reese.
And that's a lot. That happens a lot with reptiles. Like, not to be specific about like dogs or cats, like it doesn't happen to them too, but like it's talked about more openly with like cats and dogs, where like they're just getting like put in really bad situations. But when it comes to like reptiles, you don't really hear all the bad things that people will end up doing to like turtles and different things, and like snakes and geckos too. Like, we have several turtles that are down here that if we probably didn't rescue them, would probably be in a random pond or park out in the middle of nowhere. But once you take care of an animal as a pet, you can't just release them out like that, because half of the instincts that they would need and that are developed to them
is one of them turtles.
Have it.
Kazimbo, and rest in peace Reno, but we actually were in a pet store and stopped a person from dumping turtles in a park because his daughter wanted a bearded dragon, and the father said, not until we get rid of the turtles. And the mother was like, well, we can just get rid of them and dump them. And I was like, no, you can't do that. Like,
yeah, that's a large issue too. And people, they'll release animals that really shouldn't be in this environment, and it gets the animal killed or it messes up with the environment. And
there's a whole list of implications of why you shouldn't dump an animal. One of them is the complete ruination of biodiversity for the animals that exist in that biome.
Yeah,
it's a huge issue with fish specifically.
Yeah,
fish will get really big if you give them enough space.
Fish are so weird. That's like
Florida is
it's a melting pot of what you should not do with an animal.
Example, because that's literally what happens.
You can go to a random place and find every species.
Just fish alone, like it's. We that's a topic for another day.
We're gonna go on a tangent with that one.
I'm not trying to go left.
Right.
So let's see, what else do I have for you two? So we have turtles, we have frogs, we have geckos, we have several different geckos.
Snakes.
We have snakes, we have dogs. What's your favorite, Jazz?
My favorite?
Your favorite. Don't say the snakes.
Okay.
I mean, you can say the snakes. I'm sorry. I personally find ball pythons less interesting.
Okay, well.
No, don't start.
Wait. Are you asking my favorite animal that we have currently, or like my favorite animal I want to own?
That's not what I asked. I'm talking about the animals that we currently have. I didn't say that's the follow-up question.
Okay. So out of all the animals that we have, my favorite, can I pick two?
No.
Because like
you can have an honorable mention at the end.
Okay, so my favorite animal probably down here is probably Nom Nom.
I'm getting rid of Nom Nom.
And okay, see, there was no point in me saying that whatsoever. But since we're here and he wants to get rid of him, we're going to make some noise. # Nom Nom for all of my people on Instagram. We're going to keep Nom Nom. Second of all, honorable mention is probably going to be my snakes because they are mine. And I really do enjoy snakes. But Nom Nom's probably my favorite, because he's like the most low-key animal in here. But as soon as I get loud, yes, but every time I'm like excited or loud, who goes off? Nom Nom.
I was
so
just
shout
going
out
to say,
to Nom Nom.
So the reason why she likes Nom Nom is because Jazz is
Nom Nom
extremely
kinda hype me
loud
up.
all the time.
Listen,
And when she gets up here, Nom Nom gets up here with her.
listen, Nom Nom is the best hype man you will ever have as an animal. I can kid you not. Every time I get excited, that man goes off. That's my favorite animal down here.
All right, Reese, same question.
I'm a bit biased. Haze is obviously my favorite animal. But if we're talking about like everything else, I would definitely say the crested geckos because they're weirdly soft, and you would never expect that.
Why don't you grab Juggernaut? I meant to grab him.
We'll see if he wants to get grabbed. I had
Speaking
him
of
for a little bit before y'all
Juggy,
got
this
here.
is it's his shed from his tail. He just shed, which is really cool. You guys probably can't see it on camera, but if you put like their shed in the light, it has this weird like rainbow iridescence to it, like almost like a pearl.
We almost never see their sheds. My one of my twin sons came over and this is basically his gecko because he comes over just to see this guy.
Yeah, but it's really ironic because he grabbed him when he was shedding.
And he's red this time. He's usually white.
Yeah, but crested geckos, like geckos, and most geckos and like frogs, when they molt or shed, frogs molt. But when they shed, they usually eat their sheds. And it's cool as we caught him in the middle of doing that, and we have part of his shed, which is really dope. Because that's never a thing that's probably a one-in-a-lifetime chance that's in a getting, not necessarily
You've had
seeing.
him for a long time, and this is the first time I've seen a part of his shed.
Y'all ready for my favorite animal?
Wait.
Y'all just wait till
he
he jumps on Jazz. It's pretty cool.
Definitely my favorite animal, and the main reason he's my favorite animal, besides Haze, obviously, is because I was not expecting for them to just be soft, as soft as they are. Like, look at the ridges.
He's soft, but Irie is the more velvet phase. They're softer, but yes, they are extremely soft.
Rough, but if you touch them, they're just ridiculously soft, and you wouldn't expect that.
They have great temperaments.
Yeah.
They are great animals.
Yeah, they're called crested geckos too, by the way, because if you look at them, well, I'm gonna give a close up of this dude.
I showed them.
Oh yeah, if you did see on top of their like head and like going down their back, they have like these little bitty points on them. They're not spiky like whatsoever. They're super soft, like Reese was saying, but they look like that was not okay. But like, yeah, you just see like those little bitty like spikes on them. They're super soft.
Oh, you gone? Okay.
And he's running up his arm, but they're super soft and they're really velvety. Now he isn't as soft as my other crested gecko, which his name is Irie. He's smaller. He's the baby,
and he loses points because he likes to poop on people. But
he's
all right. So to my favorite animals, we're not going to get them out. They are currently
I know
having
what you're about
babies.
To say.
And Joe. Oh yeah, they're up there, I guess.
Haze is also my favorite animal.
Do not jump on me, broski.
He's the best dog in the world.
Get in my hand.
But
yeah.
I do have favorite reptiles. Slider.
Where you
Cover
going?
your
Oh my
ears.
god. Oh my god.
Slider is my
Take
favorite
your
turtle. I've had her for as old as my kids are. She's the turtle on the bottom who's super chill.
I have to do this constantly.
And that's Myrtle,
everywhere.
the giant yellow belly,
That's the content.
my shell sharks.
Yeah.
But my favorite animal here is the marble geckos, and I'll tell you why. If you want an exciting animal to watch jump around, make noise, hit your tank like a tank, you will have no other fun.
And they make really cool noises sometimes.
They're surprisingly social, despite us not really handling them much.
I handle them.
Very, very social. They'll go up to the cage and they'll look at you. They'll watch everything you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's also a con, though, because it gets really creepy. So
yes.
Stand there and watch all day.
They are also my con animal. They are also my con.
Oh, we're talking about the cons, too?
No, I'm going to say my con because this is also my... They are also my con animal, and this is why. When I turn the light off, they want to find me. And I thought it was a fluke at first until I turned the light on. And he was looking me dead in my eye.
They just make noise. You probably couldn't hear it on the phone or the
Yeah, they're
Whatever, but
actually speaking right now.
They're making some noise right now.
They sound like a toke gecko, kinda, but like a toke gecko is whispering.
Yeah.
All right. What is your least favorite, Reese?
Toke geckos. They're being
wait! I barely got the question out.
You don't need to. My answer been in my mind since the day you got them. They're beings of pure malice and hatred and evil, and no one should.
Okay, now before we even go that far,
wait.
Actually, no. Please
wait.
take them.
He said, "Wait, please take them."
I actually agree with Reese. These are intermediate level animals.
I want to say
5 out of 5.
intermediate. I would say a little bit higher than intermediate, my boy.
No, because if you've owned a iguana,
I think a bear is expert level.
you said a bear is expert level.
We're not getting.
If you've owned an iguana, a toke gecko is not that different. They are not very friendly, but they can be. I have one that I haven't named, and maybe you guys can help me name her. One of them is named Mutant. She has a split tail.
Yeah.
We should just name one Malice, just straight up Malice. That would be a good name.
No.
And she hates people. I have another one named Bluey, just because she's always blue and never changes her color. And the other one just doesn't have a name, and she should, because she is the most sociable toke gecko and the one I work with the most. When she wants to interact, she'll come to the glass and we interact. But they are intermediate level animals and should not be trusted with the cage open. They will escape.
Yes.
They are escape artists. They are smarter than you think they are.
And they stick to everything.
And they can run on the ceiling. So if you want a dangerous little Pokemon running around your house, get a toke gecko. That is my disclaimer.
Wasn't one of them named Trico?
It don't fit.
Yeah, that's valid, because Trico's pretty chill and these things are not.
JS, your least favorite.
For a while it was toke geckos, I'm not going to lie, but I don't necessarily dislike them. It was just I didn't feel comfortable handling and being around them, but they're also very much misunderstood because I genuinely enjoy them now. I think out of all the things I don't dislike, I don't really dislike anything in here. I just get annoyed with certain stuff.
Yeah, I take that.
Well, what's the most annoying?
Sonic.
Yeah,
Rude.
I love.
They
Sonic,
talking about the
very
hedgehog, but Sonic is the best to me. He snuggles with me.
Here's
Don't
my
get me
issue.
wrong, I love him.
Actually, I changed my answer. My favorite
He's very
animal
difficult
and the
sometimes.
animal I dislike the most probably are my snakes. But it's not because of them necessarily. It's because both of my snakes actually. So Ramen, we got her from someone who,
Reese, can you
from
grab
a
my
really
cup
bad
for me?
situation. The people that had her, the person
My
that
cup.
owned her, just left her with that family, and they didn't want her and they didn't know how to take care of her.
Well, you could make that argument about every animal here.
Well, yeah, but even then, with ball pythons specifically, if they will get to a point where they won't eat, and no matter what you do, they will or will not eat.
But
or
there are
drink
things that
water,
you can do.
But you can do
though.
things about it. But that's also kind of one of the things that's that's one of the cons
right now. He's trying to run up
about,
my arm at max speed. While I'm trying to hand him this
the
cup.
things that are down
Very
here.
difficult
I don't
sometimes.
dislike any of our animals. I love all of them. I think they're all super interesting. I think the one thing I dislike the most is probably the snakes, just because that's just some of the things that they do. It's a temperament thing. It's not necessarily anything I hate about the animals, but
I have favorites for every species, honestly.
yeah, that's kind of what it is. It's just certain things about a certain species I don't necessarily like. I don't dislike it at all. Because I can make that argument about everything down here. My gecko, my one of the crested geckos that we bought, he was severely underfed and severely dehydrated and just wasn't taken care of. So it was kind of annoying because it's like, these are awesome animals, but it just so happened that these were some of the issues with them. He's perfectly fine now. So are my steaks. My one steak didn't eat for 3 months, and now she's perfectly fine.
I mean, but it takes work to get them there.
Exactly.
But you can make that argument about every animal here.
Yeah.
And not every animal here is a pet of ours. Like, most of these animals will find homes at some point, but we will not give you an animal unless it's 100%.
Exactly. So
unless we know it won't bite you. Except for the gecko.
Okay,
the tokay
what is
geckos.
going on with them? Because they just bit her twice.
Bit who?
Bit, I think that's, who was that, Arrow? That's Arrow.
They're
doing, that one is not okay.
That's Jessie.
Jesse's being a horrible human being right now. Well, not a human, it's not a human, it's a turtle. But Jesse's being rude.
They're fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because Jessie has done it twice now. And I don't appreciate
as
that.
long as Arrow's not running, they're good.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't really dislike anything down here. Actually, and this is not because of the animal itself, the turtles. I am a short person. All of these tanks are ginormous. I can't I can't do anything really with the turtles right now.
Okay,
because
let me show you what she means. And
this is a very valid point.
This is understandable. I am 6 feet. And I put all of the tanks, so everything is at eye level.
And then me, I'm like 6'4".
No, you're not. Stop lying.
Yep.
So
women and ladies,
this is our main tank, and it's at about 5 feet. But all of my animals can see my eyes. It's important for me behaviorally with the animals.
It was the chair catching the bar.
That they can see my eyes. Is Rendell is never out.
Yeah, but what you guys can see, like, he's sitting in a chair. He's 6 feet, right? His head is right here on this tank, okay? I'm sitting in a chair right next to him, and it looks like normal or whatever, but when I stand up, the tank is, like, where my head is. Like, I can't do, like, legit, there's not a whole lot.
Are you trying to get me to say a short joke?
No, I'm not trying to get you to say a short joke, but you said, what are one of the cons about some of the animals down here? You know what the con is?
I was just wondering.
I'm a small person, and we have larger turtles, and we have to have large tanks.
That's a first world problem. You can just stand on the stool. It's fine.
You know what's a first world problem? Oh, that's on the floor. Hey, Jess, you grab it for me.
You closer to the floor.
And you're closer to the sky.
So if you drop something on the ceiling,
how's the oxygen up there? How's the oxygen up there? It's pretty thin, ain't it? Anyway, but that's my con. That's my hot take, if you will.
Just jump and toss food at them.
So
you're a horrible human being.
My con is
I can't read sideways.
Ow, I just cracked my whole neck.
My con for all of the animals is when something happens.
Yeah.
Because I normally have to fix most things here, and if you don't notice about me, I have a migraine every day. It just varies in degree of pain. So I constantly have to be on even in pain. But it works because it keeps me active. It keeps my brain thinking. I have to constantly think of ways to make a move this way with a turtle, or this gecko isn't working out in that enclosure. So I have to be innovative, or we have to be innovative. And one of the things that make us work is because our animals' needs come before the things we like.
And not even that, they can't speak for themselves. They can't tell you what the issue is.
They can if you pay attention.
Well, not like that. Like, they can't just be like, yo, I need water. Like, you can't, they're not going to tell you need water. You got to be active. You need to, like, actively pay attention to your animals.
Let me show them how he changed.
Like,
and how he won't stop running at my arm.
You guys remember how red he was?
Yeah.
Jet white.
Yeah, no,
this is he does this.
Don't ever say that.
And now he sees himself, so he's probably going to try to jump.
Most likely.
But don't jump.
He does that a lot with phones.
Be nice.
Oh, show the Instagram. You're not in the frame.
I just really want him to fly dead into the camera just one time.
And now he's looking the other direction.
It would make for a good video.
Oh, we got him to eat a bug yesterday.
Oh my gosh, it was the craziest thing. So story
He's
time.
He's never ate a bug
Since
day in
we've
his
owned
life.
him, he only eats fruit. And I went to the tank the other day because the lid, we're having some issues with his lid or whatever. We're fixing him now, and shortly they should be finished. But I went up there and I poked the tank, and he like tried to eat my finger, and I'm like,
Come on.
"What are you doing?"
don't
Because that's not normal. Like he don't eat bugs, so I'm like, my finger might look like a bug, but like he doesn't eat bugs. And then he kept doing it, so I'm like, okay, this dude's hungry. So we went and we gave him a worm, and then he ate it. Please don't jump at my face. Yeah, he ate a bug, just one, but it was a bug, which isn't something he just does.
Yeah, we're trying to get. Is Cleo trying to come out?
No, I'm just saying, like, she's moving around a lot more. Like, look at her. She's, like, curled all the way up.
Okay, bro, you're going to end up being somewhere that we're not going to be able
He's
to get
fine.
you.
I'm about to take a picture real quick.
So we want to hear from you guys. What's your favorite pets? What do you like in the pet world? Do you like lizards? Do you like frogs? Do you like turtles, dogs? Please don't say cats.
Okay, no, that's just him because he doesn't like cats.
You're not allowed to like cats here. It's wrong, and you need to be stopped.
Okay, I guess I'm just going to be devil's advocate today because I just disagree with both of y'all.
Cats are all evil.
Is he going to the? He's fine.
I don't want him to get lost.
Where can he go?
Exactly,
In the
lot. A lot of places.
The only thing I'm worried about is the cactus room.
Yeah, that would be an issue.
He's not going to climb up the cactus.
No.
They always so worried. Tell him, you chill, bro.
Listen, I'm worried about him losing something. There's a reason why the Togekickos got out. Just so y'all know, you can put a face to it now. It was this
Right,
guy.
it really
barely
was.
my fault.
It was
Listen,
Reese's fault.
They were perfectly
Listen,
fine.
no one told me that it needed to be closed a certain way when I first.
It doesn't matter if something's in a tank and we tell you to make sure it's closed. It should just be closed,
It
right?
was
right.
closed.
It was
All
closed.
right,
when
it's
they got
his
out.
fault. It's fine.
No. It was closed, right?
All right, so
And it was supposed to
closing
be
out.
up against something, and no
If-
one told me this.
If you could get any animal, what would it be?
Just one animal.
It could be a couple.
Because
But
like I got some wish list stuff that'll probably like it'll take me a while to get, but I got some stuff.
just give me one.
Boa.
Dinosaur, roar.
What kind of boa?
Get a chicken if you want a dinosaur. That's related to the T-Rex directly. Anyway.
I would get a tiger.
You
Feed it
don't.
my enemies.
We're talking real.
I mean, if you go to
Realistic,
Texas,
I wouldn't like just like sit there trying to like ride a tiger. or anything.
There
I
are
would
people
feed
in
it.
Ohio with tigers, right?
I know, but it's way
Yeah, I'm
more
gonna be
easy to
one
get
of
one
them
in
one day.
Texas. Anyway,
Don't look
you
at
still
my
want to
face.
beat? Never
Please
mind.
don't jump.
That's a whole other question.
So a boa, what kind of boa?
I don't know yet. I really haven't thought about it because I genuinely think that species of snakes is very interesting.
I've
I
never
just-
seen him do the thing.
Boas are really.
He's doing the little flappy thing that turtles do. I've never seen him do that. Not even to my finger, but he's doing it to the gecko.
Unless you can show Instagram, we are not interested right now, or YouTube.
Yeah, no, I think boas are really cool. I haven't really specifically picked out one boa that I'm like, that's the boa I want.
My favorite kind of boa is the sand boas.
Yeah, they're pretty dope. I like rainbow boas.
Reese,
I really do.
besides a tiger,
Leaf-tailed gecko.
Those guys are dope.
oh my god,
They look so evil.
there's a Instagram called Hurt Time. It's like one of my favorite Instagrammers, and he keeps a lot of rare anoles and geckos. And he had I think I sent you the mossy tail, the mossy leaf tail gecko. It is like in my top 10 to keep.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to just keep animals because I like them. I want to keep animals to have a sustainable animal population in the future and to research these animals a little better to keep them better. Like, if I can keep a turtle alive for as long as I kept Slider alive, I'm doing something right. And some of these animals, if their stories are on Patreon, you can find each and every animal story on Patreon. If you're interested, it's a quick read if you want to read. All of my articles are on Patreon. You can also find my articles on Medium, on the Medium app. My all-time number one favorite gotta get it animal is a tree monitor.
Yeah. Yeah, Brazilian rainbow boas. That's the one I want. Those things are amazing.
All right, we off the boa now.
I know.
We're talking about tree
monitors. Tree monitors.
Because they are, to me, one of the smartest and underrated reptiles on the planet.
Okay, yeah, you say that, but you also just love specific reptiles.
I like those lizard guys.
No, I love them all. They all definitely have their place. I like smart animals. I do. I like smart animals because I believe that most animals have intelligence. We are just too stupid. That's a bad word. We are not
intelligent enough,
patient enough to view the intelligence, if that makes sense.
I don't even think it's that. I
know it's that, but there are
humans think that we're above all nature, and it comes to specific animals.
And then there's that too. But
intelligence are different things.
But
yeah,
there are things that outsmart us quite often.
Well, no kidding.
The rats in New York.
Okay, that's a whole different thing.
No, I'm just saying, if you think a rat is stupid, then how are rats overwhelming cities everywhere?
Well, you're talking to the wrong people.
Never touching New York.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, that is a small brain animal that is smart enough to multiply and have a sustainable population in a city.
Yeah.
You know what other animal is like that?
Birds.
Marble geckos.
Pigeons, flying rats.
Birds.
So with that, we are going to end for the night. It was nice having you people here. We will be doing a giveaway real soon because we're having some baby geckos. And I don't want them all.
And we're not saying we don't want them all because it's like, oh my God, like we just don't want them.
It's just not a matter of wanting them all. I actually do want them all because
there's just so
I always want all of them. But
there's too many.
Mouths to feed and everything. I'm sorry I keep looking at just that camera, guys. I love you all. I appreciate the support. Check us out on Patreon, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook.
And shortly, coming soon, a Twitter. No, I'm going to make us a Twitter.
No.
Twitter is a bad place.
No, we are not going on Twitter.
Not?
I don't want to.
But I can make so many cool tweets.
No. You can tweet and twit on Instagram.
Tweets.
It's
you
enough.
Can go on a funny bluebird elsewhere.
Oh my God. Listen.
Also, check out our website. I'm pretty proud of it. Built it myself. I do a blog post every Monday. It's usually an article or something that I wrote about or am currently writing about, or it may just be an excerpt to a book that I'm writing. Check me out. I'm doing big things. We're doing big things.
I was going to say, you can't just keep calling yourself out because for me, there are a lot of things we wouldn't do.
Y'all, have a good night. Catch us next Tuesday. We may pop on a little earlier. Sorry for being late. We'll catch y'all next time. Y'all be safe.